So in this video, we're going to start solving exercise 2.2. So exercise 2.2 has a lot of word-based problems. So what do I mean by word-based problems? So you will be given a word statement, okay, of an equation. An equation will be described using words or using English language, and your job is to read those English statements and try to form a equation. Remember, all our equations are going to be linear equations in one variable. This is an important point that you have to remember. Whatever equations we are going to form using these word problems or using these hints that are given in English language, they are going to be all equations in one variable. So let's begin by looking at this problem number 1 from exercise 1.1. Let's read the statement. So if you subtract half 1 by 2 from a number and multiply the result by 1 by 2, you get 1 by 8. What is the number? Okay, a very simple straightforward question. So typically whatever has been asked to find out what is the number, that we will give that number or that value that we have to find will be called as x. Okay, so the okay let the required number be equal to x. Okay, let x be the number that the question has asked us to find out. Now let's read the question again. If you subtract half from a number, so basically it's like this: if you subtract half from the number, okay, and multiply the result, so this is the whole result, so that will be multiplied by 1 by 2. So I'm going to just put a bracket here, and if you multiply the result by 1 by 2, you get, okay, so we get as 1 by 8 as our answer. Okay, very important point is, based on the statement or the question that is given to us, we have to form an equation. So remember, an equation is nothing but a mathematical term or an algebraic term which has this equal to sign. Okay, that is very important. So all you have to figure out is, based on the statements that are given to you, what will be on the left hand side of the equation and what will be on the right hand side of the equation. So able to form this exact equation is very important. So typically what you should do is, after you make an equation or after you have noted down the equation, reread the statement, read it once again, the given statement, and confirm that whatever the statement has asked us, whatever the question has asked us, is exactly what you have noted down. It's like double checking, okay, cross verifying. So let's read it once again. If you subtract 1 by 2 from a number, so this is what we have done here: subtract 1 by 2 from the number and multiply the result, okay, this whole result, by 1 by 2, 1 by 2, you get, so that's where the equal to sign comes. It's very important. You have to very minutely pinpoint where the equal to sign is going to come in our equation. You get 1 by 8. So you get 1 by 8. What is the number? Okay. So now that this equation has been formed, now it's very straightforward. You have to just solve and try to find out the value of x. Okay. So now, okay, so let's come down here. This is our equation. Let's focus on that. So now half, this is multiplied by half. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take this 1 by 2 on the other side of the equation. Okay. So one by one, we have to get rid of these numbers and keep only x on the left hand side of the equation. So how do we get rid of this 1 by 2? We multiply both the sides of equation by 2. Okay, so basically I will multiply left hand side by 2, and since it's an equation, I should do the same operation on the right hand side of the equation. Okay, and rest of the equation remains as it is. So I'm going to write here half multiplied by, and this is my bracket, which is x minus 1 by 2. Okay, so now again focus, this 2 and this 2, they will cancel each other out. Okay, whereas yes, whereas on the right hand side we have 2 by 8. Okay, let's keep 2 by 8 as it is, no need to change. These have cancelled each other out, so what remains is just this bracket. So I'm going to write here x minus half. Okay, now again let's focus on this equation. We have this variable x on the right hand side, sorry, on the left hand side, and we have minus 1 by 2 along with it. So how do we get rid of this minus 1 by 2? we are going to do plus 1 by 2, okay, on the left hand side of the equation. And since we are doing plus 1 by 2 on the left hand side, we do exactly same operation on the right hand side of the equation, okay, and rest of the equation remains as it is. So this is my x minus 1 by 2. So once again, minus half plus half, they will cancel each other out, okay, and what remains is just this x. So we have x as equal to 2 by 8 plus 1 by 2. Now we have to solve this addition of rational numbers, which is quite straightforward. That is equal to, so we are going to do, let me use a highlighter, 2 into 2, okay, and then we are going to do 8 into 1, okay. So this is going to be 2 into 2, okay, plus 1 into 8, and the whole divided by 8 into 2, okay. Now that is equal to 4 plus 1 into 8 is 8, the whole divided by 8 2s are 16. So 4 plus 8 is 12, 12 divided by 16. So this is my x, 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 x. So x is equal to 12 by 16. This is the answer, or this is the value of the x which the question is asking. Now as you can note down that this x can also be reduced further, okay. How do we do that? Now this can be written as 4 into 3, 12, whole divided by 4 into 4, okay, and once again this 4 and this 4, they will cancel each other out. So what remains is 3 by 4, 3 by 4. So we can say x in reduced form is equal to 3 by 4. So that unknown number which they are trying to ask is 3 by 4. Let's scroll up, okay. So we started with what is x? X is, let the required number be equal to x. So x is the required number, and that is equal to 3 by 4. So I am going to make a note of that. That is equal to 3 by 4. So this is how you solve the problem statements or the word problems based on equations. Okay. Now let's get rid of all this. Okay. Cool. And let's again zoom in here, exercise 2.2, and let's take this down. Okay. Here it is, problem number 2. Let's try to solve this second problem. Let's zoom in. Okay. Now, the perimeter of a rectangular swimming pool is 154 meters. Its length is 2 meter more than twice its breadth. Okay. What are the length and the breadth of the pool? So we are asked to find two unknowns in this problem statement, or in this word problem, length and the breadth of the rectangle. But remember, we are solving linear equations in one variable. So we should have only one variable in our final equation. Okay, always remember that point. So let's try to read the question again. The perimeter of a rectangular swimming pool is 154 meter. Okay, so let's just note down what is the perimeter. Perimeter of rectangle. Okay, what is that? That is 2 into length plus breadth. Okay, we know that perimeter is 2 into length plus breadth. Now its length, now the length of the rectangle is stands for equal to. Always remember, let me highlight this is very important. Is always stands for equal to. So whatever is the length, so I'm just going to translate this. Let me in fact do it here itself. Okay, so its length, okay, so its length, so I'm going to write here L. Its length L is 2 meters more. So 2 meters more than twice its breadth. Okay, 2 meters more than twice its breadth. This is the relation between length and breadth of the rectangle. Okay, let's read it once again. Okay, now its length, so its length L is means equal to 2 meter more, so plus 2 meter more than what? Then twice its breadth. So this is 2 times the breadth. So if L is the length of the rectangle and B is the breadth of the rectangle, then L is equal to 2 plus 2 times breadth. Okay, this is the most important statement or the most important point in this entire problem statement, which gives us the relationship between length and the breadth. Otherwise, there are two unknowns in this equation. But now between these two unknowns, L and B, length and breadth, we have found a equation. And that equation or that relationship is given here in the second statement. Okay. Now, what is the perimeter of the rectangular swimming pool? It's 154 meters. So I'm going to substitute that value here. 154-meter perimeter is equal to 2 times its length plus breadth. Okay. However, so this becomes our another equations. 154 is equal to 2 times length plus breadth. But what is L? Okay. Let me use a highlighter here. This, what is L? L is equal to 2 plus 2b. So I can substitute that value here. So let me just, you know, okay, I can use this. So substitute. I'm just going to write here substitute. So we're going to substitute that relationship here, and we will then get an equation in single variable, one variable. So okay, so therefore we have 154 as equal to 2 times, instead of L I'm going to write 2 plus 2b. Okay, plus b is as it is. So note the substitution is happening here. So this L is substituted by 2 plus 2b. Okay, and thus finally we have this one equation here with single variable b. Finally, we should have a linear equation in one variable, single variable. Now let's try to simplify it. So we will have 154 as equal to 2 times. This is going to be 2 plus 3b. Okay. Basically 2b plus b is going to be 3b. Okay. So in equation you can always exchange these values of LHS and RHS. Okay. So just for the sake of better understanding and for simplicity, I'm going to swap the sides. So this I'm going to bring to the left hand side. Okay. And 154 goes to right hand side. It's one and the same whether you write this whole term to the left hand side or this whole term to the right hand side, doesn't matter. It's one and the same. There is no change. Okay. So now we have this one single variable on left hand side, and we should get rid of all these numbers which are present on left hand side, and thus we'll get the value of b. Okay. So this is our linear equation. Let's start solving it. Okay, the first thing that we do is divide the left hand side by 2 and divide the right hand side also by 2. Okay, so I'm just going to note the step here. Divide both the sides of equation by 2. Okay, so let me write the equation as it is. This was 2 into 2 plus 3b, and this was 154. Okay, so what's going to happen because of that? We are going to get rid of this 2. Okay, and let's try to continue. So 154 divided by 2 is going to be 2 sevens are 14, 2 sevens are 14, 77. And here we are going to just have 2 plus 3b. Okay. Now, next, we are going to subtract 2 from both the sides of the equation. Okay. Subtract 2 from both the sides of equation. And why are we doing that? Because we want to get rid of this 2. So let me use a highlighter. This 2 is going to get eradicated, that is going to get removed from the left hand side. So again we will just have 3b is equal to 77 minus 2 is 75. Okay, and now next we are going to divide both the sides of equation by 3, so that 3 gets removed from the left hand side of the equation. So I'm going to write the 3b. So 3b equal to 75 as it is, and divide both the sides of equation by 3. Okay, now once again this 3 and this 3 gets cancelled. Okay, and we are having b as equal to 75 divided by 3 is 3 2s are 6, 3 5s are 15. So thus we got b as equal to 25. Okay, let's scroll up. B is equal to 25. Now if we know the value of b, we can easily find the value of L. Okay, So let's do that. Yes. So here it is. Substituting here once again. Okay. Substitute b is equal to 25. We get, what do we get? We get L. L as equal to 2 plus 2 into 25, and that is equal to 2 plus 2 into 25 is 50. That is equal to 52. So L is equal to 52. Oops. So L is equal to 52 and B is equal to 25. Length and breadth. That's what the question was asking from us. Okay, let's zoom in. What are the length and the breadth of the pool? So here we have found out the length and the breadth of the pool.